I'm Anthony Williams Jr., and first off, I gotta say, shout out to you and everything you've done to get here. You understood the assignment. Yeah. And you've been doing this well before Georgetown, right? You knew it was gonna be hard. You knew it was gonna be difficult before you applied, but you still came, despite the criticism. I'm sure some people doubted you. In fact, I'm sure sometimes you doubted yourself. But you came and you executed everything to the standard. Well, you've been doing this before Georgetown, since the day that you recognized the incredible value that you offer. In the words of Mother Teresa, with a little remix, we are the willing, being led by the unknown, doing the impossible for the ungrateful, having done so much for so long with so little, that we are now capable of doing anything with nothing. We are the willing. We are going to change future generations. And for that, please give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah, no one's going to understand how much work you had to put in to get to where you are, to make your dreams become a reality. For a living, I'm an Army officer. And like you, many life principles got me here. And I want to take a second to shout out my grandfather, Sergeant Jack Van Ellison, who took on a father figure role as my dad went to prison and my mom immediately becoming a single parent. My little sisters and I, we moved in with my grandparents. And best believe it was ups and downs at times. But my grandfather, he did something very magical. At the age of 75, I'm a teenager. He would wake me up at 4 a.m., Monday through Friday, to go run with him in the neighborhood. Or sometimes we would go to the gym and we would work out. I used to complain. Better believe I used to complain all the time to my mom. I used to tell her, like, hey, what is he doing? He's doing the most. He is. Why can't he just be a normal senior citizen and chill like Granny? I used to say that. But what I didn't know is that he was trying to teach me a very important lesson early on. Yeah, he taught me about exercise and the importance of good health, but it was something deeper under the surface. Something that it didn't quite hit me until I was an adult, until I was a husband, until I was a dad. A skill that I applied before going into combat in Iraq, a skill that I applied here at Georgetown University. The number one lesson that he taught me was that preparation is the separation between winning and losing. You better believe that. You have to prepare. Everything becomes clearer with movement. And if you fail to prepare, then you've already failed, man. That's the first step towards achievement. And you all have been preparing for this moment your entire life. The whole life you've been getting ready for this, to walk across the stage at Georgetown. I know it. Because guess what? We've been in the trenches here. We have. It was some things we wanted to do. It was some Netflix shows and Hulu shows that we wanted to watch. I know we wanted to watch Bridgerton. We did. And we missed some NCAA March Madness basketball games, right, B? We did. Because we had group presentations that we had to prepare for. We had to sacrifice. There was some DC happy hours that we wanted to get to. And we wanted to network. But we couldn't go. We had exams the next day. There was times we was running late and we just had to park anywhere. And we got parking tickets, right? I know I'm not the only one to get parking tickets in here. I know it. I've been getting them since day one, right? And it's cool, because I'm gonna let it ride. Because this Georgetown experience has been nothing short of amazing. A few months ago, one of my friends, Lisa Wright, some of you may know her, she's very involved on campus. I was walking across Healy Lawn, and I got a vibration in my pocket, so I looked at my phone. There was an email it popped up, and it was to the president of Bradgar. And what she said in the email, she said, hey, I'm Lisa. There's a student here at Georgetown, one of my classmates, his name is Anthony Williams. He just published a book called The Assignment, and it's doing really well on Amazon. It's the #1 new release for teens and young adults. And she said these words right here. She said, we need to do something. I took a seat on the bench. I was like, yo, I'm gonna wait this out. 30 minutes later, a response comes in from the president. It says, hey, Lisa, you're right. What Grad Hub is going to do is that we're going to sponsor and host a book reading with free food and free drinks for all attendees. It took me back. You know, like how wind hits you sometimes when you read something or you hear something? That's how it took me back. And I'm so thankful for that, especially for the McCourt School of Public Policy. Because here in McCourt, and me being in the military, we're so restricted on what we can say. All right? We are putting it out there. But I'm able to have open conversations and talk about race and gender and politics and religion. Everything is open to conversation. And I love it. I love everything about this place. And last thing I have to say before I get off the stage, because it's on my heart right now, is to stop putting so much pressure on yourself. Please, show yourself some grace. You're human. Everybody in this room, everybody listening is human. We all go through things. And we all make mistakes. But make the necessary adjustments that it takes in order to keep moving forward towards your destination. And believe me on this, the sky is not the limit. It's not. It's only the beginning for your success. Thank you for your time.